We're going to do it, Carmela.
What?
We're going to be brave. And do a Costco Kirkland signature wine challenge.
Fun!
On their Sonoma County Chardonnay.
Wait, what?
I know. We'll see if we can take the butter and the oak and how it compares to other similarly priced American Chardonnays.
Okay, I'm ready, I think.
Hello, fellow wine homies, and welcome to the Wine Fair Podcast. I'm Joe, your sommelier of reasonably priced wine, and this is my wife and my wine pairing partner in crime, Carmela.
Hi there.
And we are the Wine Pair.
Woo.
If you're new to the podcast, here's what you can expect. If you love wine and you want to find great wines at affordable prices, and you want to expand your wine horizons, and you want to have some laughs and fun while doing it, then you're in the right place. Each week, we explore a different wine varietal, style, brand, or region of the winemaking world, and we learn about what makes them worth knowing about. And then we taste 2 to 3 of those wines that are reasonably priced to let you know if they're worth your hard-earned money. If that feels like your vibe, then we are your tribe.
Or your homies.
And we're proud to say, the Decanter magazine calls us fun, irreverent,
chatty,
and entertaining. Yes, Carmela homies. Carmela, this week's tribe name comes from our new friends Angela and Heber, also known as the East Idaho Foodies. So let's head over to the call we had with them and the name they chose.
Woo!
Well, welcome Angela and Heber, the East Idaho Foodies.
Hi, Joe.
Hey.
Oh, we're so happy to have you. Thank you for volunteering to talk about the name that you've come up that we're going to call the tribe this week.
Yeah, we're excited.
Well, before we get to that, we have a few questions for you. The first question is, what is your favorite wine?
Okay, I love Amarone. I love the concentration and the complexity, and I just love them.
Awesome. All right, Heber?
God, that's such a hard question. I guess maybe it's Syrah, just because of what happens with it, the change from terroir. It's just so evident, and each one is so unique. So
I love it. Okay, next question. When did you start listening to our show, and how did you find us?
Okay, so we're fairly new to wine. And in fact, we just celebrated our 1-year wine-iversary. Meaning about a year ago, it was a year ago, August 29th, we went out to dinner with a really good friend and he brought 2 bottles of wine. And that was our wine aha moment that told us, oh, wait a minute, I think wine might sometimes be good. But something about us is that we don't go into anything half-assed. So as soon as we decided that maybe wine might be cool, we started listening to podcasts, and I was browsing on Apple Podcasts and you guys popped up. But I have listened to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of podcasts, just learning and getting geeky. And it's a huge part of our life. Just within the last year, behind us, we've got a cellar.
Yeah.
It can hold 360 bottles. It's not full yet, but it's
impressive.
It's getting there. And I feel like I can handle my own now, just sitting in front of a wine list talking about it. So what I like about your guys' podcast, there's lots of things. I love that you guys taste the wines because it just seems like it holds my attention really well. I like your rating system because like, what the heck do people do with like James Sucky Suckling? What is he doing? Rating everything a 90. So
Exactly.
1 to 10 makes complete sense to me. And we've started using it.
Love it.
So yeah, we do the same thing. And I love that you guys give bad scores to wines that deserve a bad score. I think that's how it should be. I think that it's okay to give a wine a bad review. I like the dirty jokes. I think Camilla is adorable.
She is adorable. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you like the jokes. Some people don't like it, but I appreciate it.
And I love that, like, most of the time you're having to explain to Carmela, like, what the joke means. like you make this joke and you're laughing at yourself, and she's like, I don't get it.
And it's real. That's here she comes.
Oh, yay.
Hello.
I was just talking about how cute you are.
Well, you guys are pretty cute too.
Thanks. We were just talking about how I like the dirty jokes, but I think it's so funny that he's like laughing at himself and you're always like, I don't get it.
I know. Sometimes I might get a little offended. I'm like, That's just how he is. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see you guys. Thanks for all your support. And
Yeah.
I didn't even hear if you came up with for a name for.
We're about
We
to
haven't
get there.
got there
We're
yet.
just about to get there.
You guys, do your work, and I'm sure Joe will give me the update.
Sounds
All
good.
right, take care, you guys.
Good to meet
Yeah,
you.
good to meet
Yeah,
you.
you too.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't know if she was going to show up or not. You never know.
It was fate.
Look, I'm lucky that she just shows up for the podcast, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get to that. Tell us the name you want to suggest and where the name came from.
So my
Angela's
idea is wine homies.
Homies.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, wine homies. I like
Thanks.
that. And nobody's come up with that one yet.
Good. Good. I'm glad.
Okay, before we go, you have a great Instagram, East Idaho Foodies. Tell the folks in listening land about it.
Yeah, we are on Facebook and Instagram. Where our background is like food, so we run a page, we do reviews. We're really, really about supporting local. So we hit local spots, you know what I mean, and try and spread the word and help those local restaurants out.
We started about 6 years ago. We've really just kind of found that niche of getting people to learn about these local spots that maybe they didn't know about. And
Thanks, you guys. Really appreciate it. It's really fun.
thanks,
Yeah, thank
Joe.
you.
It was great.
You bet. Okay, I'll tell you, Carmela, Angela and Heber are so nice,
So nice.
so fun. We ended up talking for like a half an hour about
Oh my gosh.
wine and life and kids.
Wow, you really
and food.
connected.
We did. You connected too.
I did. I got to spend a couple of minutes.
You did like a cameo.
Right. I was like, they're having too much fun down there. I need to see what's going on. I was feeling a little like left out.
You were. I mean, your ears were ringing because we were
Right.
talking about you. Because all everybody wants to do is talk about you.
No.
Yeah, they know that you're a nice person. Anyway, I am really loving talking to our listeners. So if you have an idea for a name and you want to be on the show, just let us know. But back to the show. This week, Carmela, as we talked about in the intro, we are back with another Costco Kirkland Signature Wine Challenge. And again, I am feeling compelled to do it because the wine has been sitting in our wine cellar closet thing for too long.
Have you had this on like your plan, your wine pair plan?
Yes, and it's just been bothering me. But, on one of our Costco dates, what I did is I picked up a bottle of Costco Kirkland Signature Sonoma County Chardonnay and then 2 other bottles of similarly priced Chardonnay at that Costco run to see if we could find a winner.
Well,
or
you know
all
what?
losers. We don't know.
It could be, but if anybody's going to do a good job with the Chardonnay, I feel like it could be Kirkland.
I fully agree.
I mean, I always have faith in Kirkland.
Fully
I'm
agree.
not saying the other 2 are out of the running. I'm just saying I think we're in a good place.
Yeah, it could, if we're going to do it, this is the way to do it.
Yes.
And for those of you who know us, you know that Chardonnay, oaky Chardonnay, not our favorite thing. We love Chablis, oaky Chardonnay though, but
Yeah.
You know
and
what?
That's just us. That's just totally us.
it is us, and we're going to be open-minded.
Right.
So we've got that Costco Kirkland Signature Sonoma County Chardonnay, and I have 2 more American Chardonnays that we're going to pit it against to see which of them, if any of them, wins. But first,
You got to do our shameless plug.
amen, sister. So thank you for listening to us and supporting our show. And if you haven't had the chance to do so yet, now would be the perfect time to follow or subscribe to our podcast and leave us a nice rating and review to help us grow our listeners. And thank you very much to all of you who have done that. You can also follow us on Instagram at The Wine Pair Podcast, on Blue Sky. Also, you can contact us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com, and you can sign up for our email newsletter there, which you just missed. But if you email me at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com, I will personally send it to you. You can also visit our shop wine and shop accessories sections. That helps us if you buy something from there. And we want to make content you care about and you like. So send us a note or DM us and give us some feedback. Let us know if there's wines you want us to try or winemaking areas of the world you're curious about. A few shout outs, Carmela. Shout out to Justin L., who appreciated that we did the episode last week on Mencia, even though it was messed up tasting.
Right.
It was messed up. We're still alive, though.
We did. We made it.
We made it.
We're here. We're not AI people.
No.
AI people?
Somebody said, would I ever do the podcast in AI? And I said, never. And I said, however, I think Carmela would like it if I made her AI.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, I think you would.
Probably like it too.
Oh, no, never. A shout out to Jared, who sent us a note to correct us on some information we shared in the Chablis episode.
Okay.
Turns out that malolactic fermentation is used more than we said in Chablis. Although we did talk about how the sources of information were inconsistent, but Jared, we love that. Thank you you very much for reaching out. He was super nice about it.
Right.
Shout out to Brandon, a.k.a. CRVD Brando on Instagram. Now he wants to try wine at all the Costcos, but we'll see if that's true. Or all of Costco's wines.
Okay, I was like, you don't have to go to a bunch of different Costcos.
No, I said that wrong.
Okay.
But we'll see if he still thinks that after
He
this
may be like,
episode.
no, that was correct.
Yes.
I'm going to go Costco hopping.
Hopping.
Yeah.
Also, Vintertainment Podcast on Instagram. Dave Baxter's Instagram, who said we should get reimbursed for the moldy bottle from last week. I kind of agree with that.
Was it Total Wine?
No, it was totallywine.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Oregon Mobile Aesthetics, were a shout out to them on Instagram for saying that they love to listen to the show in the car.
Awesome.
And as we do every week, we'll tell you someone we think you should recommend the Wine Pair podcast to, because that's the best way for us to grow listeners, is when you tell your family and friends about us. And this week, we want you to recommend us to anyone who loves an oaky Chardonnay and or a bargain from Costco, because this episode may tickle their fancy.
Nice.
Which also sounds dirty.
No.
What does tickling fancy mean? What does that mean? Tickle your fancy?
I think it's something that you like. You kind of give it a little bit of attention. Okay. I don't know.
I like it.
I mean,
I like it.
Just my guess.
I also like, as we talked to the Angela and Heber today, is that, I always go down the dirty path. Although you kind of went down the dirty path.
Oh my gosh.
But you usually don't.
Well, I didn't. I just was like, I knew what was on your mind. I know you too well. And you were like, I thought you were going to say that, and you didn't. I don't know.
All right. Okay, Carmela, we're going to move into the topic section. And the section is really, why the do Americans love oaky Chardonnay so much? Okay?
Okay.
Right. And we're going to talk about why American Chardonnay is so oaky and if that's changing.
Okay.
So, okay. So first, you can blame the reason American Chardonnay is so oaky, at least in part, on the French.
Oui.
So many of you have heard about the famous 1976 judgment of Paris, where the unthinkable happened. A stag's leap Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa beat out the famous Bordeaux Reds in a blind tasting, including the prestigious Chateau Mouton Rothschild.
Ooh.
So that's what everybody knows about the judgment in Paris.
Okay.
What you may not know is that there were white wines there too. And in that tasting, Chateau Montelena Chardonnay from California also won, beating the big dogs in France.
Wow.
So as a result, Chardonnay, like Cabernet Sauvignon, entered into its bigger and bolder phase, because that's what won. That's what won in the Judgment of Paris, this American Chardonnay that was super oaky. So American winemakers, particularly in California, wanted to maximize complexity and power, so they sought increases in residual sugar, more extensive malolactic fermentation for stronger buttery flavors, and greater use of oak aging for vanilla and toasty notes. And this led to wines that were notoriously high in alcohol, white wines at 15% or more. Whoa. And this, Carmela, led to what you call Chardonnay often feeling like a meal in a glass.
Right.
Big body, big alcohol, just a lot.
Right. A lot going on there.
Yeah, it's the epitome to me of a cocktail wine or a punch you in the face wine.
Right.
Okay, so as you can imagine, because this style of Chardonnay started to dominate, Americans in general came to expect their Chardonnays to be big, ripe, and fat, and oaky. And it was also pushed by California winemakers because, as I've always said, this was the style that is best suited to the California climate. Warm weather, like in California, particularly in places like Napa and the Central Valley, they produce very ripe grapes, they have less acid, and they have higher sugar levels. And then adding a lot of oak and malolactic fermentation to these sugary, low-acid grapes makes the wine big and buttery. And this kind of wasn't just for the high-end wines. In fact, the big, bold, oaky, buttery style helped winemakers who were making lower-end, mass-produced wines because the oaking and sugar and malolactic fermentation could mask some of the faults that occur in the wine.
Oh, I can believe that.
Yeah, so they'd have these lower quality wines. They could hide the taste behind all that butter and stuff, and which is, again, always something that I suspected. And so you can, hide the junk behind all these other flavors, right? So you can blame the French for American Chardonnay getting so oaky and what we would say is not very good. Again, Americans became accustomed to expect that's the way wine and Chardonnay were supposed to taste. And so you can't blame them, because Chardonnay has been one of the most popular wines in the U.S. and around the world. In fact, did you know that by 1998, California Chardonnay plantings had surpassed France's? They had 42,000 acres in 1998. But by 2000, It was over 100,000 acres.
Oh, my.
So they're not doing that by accident. People are wanting it.
Choosing it.
Exactly. So they're just meeting demand. Now, there are consequences to this approach. Critics have called American Chardonnays as simple, sweet, alcoholic, and false, which is,
Wow, that's harsh.
that is harsh. It's a mean false.
Yeah.
They've noted too much oak, too little fruit, and too little care.
My goodness.
Also not very nice.
No.
They describe these wines as tasting like stagnant water, pickling spices, or vanilla flavorings added to water.
Oh, boy.
Not.
I don't want to be on their bad side.
I agree. And this also led to the anything but Chardonnay movement, the ABC movement that started in the late 1990s as a response to these overly sweet, overly buttery, oaky wines.
Did they just want Chardonnay to change, or did they want people just to choose other wines?
I think it was... I'm not going to drink Chardonnay because I think it was really hard to find Chardonnays that weren't in that style. It's just like the vast majority of it was just being done in that style. But today, that's actually a good segue because today there's more diversity in American Chardonnay and people are starting to come back to it. So while you can still find plenty of people who want their buttery and oaky Chardonnays, we know many of them. Chardonnay
Love many of them.
Yes, we love them dearly. Chardonnay and Chardonnay makers often still tout things like buttery on their labels, like one of the ones we're going to drink today. There has been this shift away from overly ripe butter bombs towards more balanced styles and even non-oaked styles. We're seeing more and more of that. And like we always say, once you've tried an unoaked Chardonnay or Chablis, you're likely to be shocked about how different it is.
Right. It doesn't seem like the same grape.
Exactly. It seems like a different wine, which I think is surprising, right?
Right.
But it really is the natural flavor of what's in the grape. But Carmela, that's enough information. I think it's time to learn a little bit more about the specific wines we are drinking today so we can get down to some drinking.
Okay.
Okay. So as usual, all the wines we have chosen for this episode are under $25 and actually a lot under $25. And all of them should be relatively easy to find because I bought them all at Costco.
Woohoo!
That's right.
We're going to go to Costco this week, by the way.
It's a Costco date.
Having a date.
You guys don't understand. We have Costco dates. What other date do we have?
Well, we had a real date last
We
night.
had a Fred Meyer date.
Yeah, we go out to grocery stores and shop.
Okay, but tell them about our real date.
Well, we don't want to get into that.
Wow. Okay. None of these wines should be hard to find at all in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I dare you to try to not find them.
Oh.
That's what I'm more...
Go into a Costco and just look the other way. I didn't find it. It wasn't there. I don't know.
Or all three of these wines are super easy to find. So the Costco one you have to buy at Costco, but the other
Why?
two...
Are some wines like playing hide and go seek? I don't understand. Like, what do you mean they're so easy to... They're just at every Costco?
No, I'm just saying, outside of Costco, you can find them as well.
Oh, okay.
Because they're just big,
like, is this a scavenger hunt?
Yes.
These ones are
this is how they market.
Oh, okay.
Find our wine.
Right.
No, I'm just saying they're very ubiquitous. That's a 5 cent word.
You can probably need to send me that definition. No, I'm kidding.
The first wine we're going to drink is the 2022 Kirkland Signature Sonoma County Chardonnay, which got a 90 rating from Wine Enthusiast and a 7.5 from the Reverse Wine Snob. It was a little bit hard to find out much about the wine. A lot of people think that it's made by E&J Gallo, but that's not true because the wine label gives us some clues. The wine is made by Grape and Grain Imports, which is a division of Precept Wines that we've mentioned in the past. They're a big wine producer here in Washington State, and they make wines for lots of stores like Whole Foods and Target and Trader Joe's, and they are responsible for blending, processing, and bottling this wine for Costco. Now, we don't know what vineyards the wine comes from or any specifics about how it is made, other than it's from Sonoma County. They use French oak somewhere in the process. But, for $8 a bottle, what do you want?
I mean, who cares?
Exactly.
No, I'm teasing.
I don't even care if they use grapes. The next wine we're going to drink is the 2022 Chateau Saint Michel Indian Wells Chardonnay, which received an 88 from Wine Enthusiast. And we say this often, and we might be biased because they're a Washington State winery, but we generally find Chateau Saint Michel wines pretty pleasant.
Yes.
They may not knock your socks off, but they're generally
pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm. Now, the wine is interesting because it says it comes from Indian Wells on the bottle, which you would think is that a single vineyard, right? Because it's a big deal to be a single vineyard. but it's not.
What is it, Joe?
Indian Wells is the name for a collection of vineyards that Chateau Saint Michel owns, and they are in the really big Columbia Valley AVA here in Washington. Now, if you look on a map, just trust me, the Columbia Valley AVA area is huge. So the cynical side of Joe would say this is a marketing ploy. Indian Wells is just a bunch of vineyards. It's not even one. It just sounds like a single. It's fine. Anyway.
Are you mad about it?
No, not really, because I have so many good memories of going to Chateau Saint Michel and seeing concerts that they get the benefit of the doubt. Now, this wine is not actually 100% Chardonnay. It contains 1% Muscat Canelli.
Huh.
That's an aromatic white wine. Chardonnay tends not to be an aromatic wine, or is not an aromatic wine. And so it can add some nice scents and aromas to the wine.
Okay, interesting.
But 1%.
I know. It's going to make that much of an impact.
Right.
We're going to find out.
We are going to find out. The winery said they had to harvest the grapes a little early, that the fruit was sourced primarily from the Waluki Slope AVA. That's a sub-appellation in Columbia Valley. It's east of Yakima and north of the Tri-Cities, if anybody actually cares about that. The winery also says the grapes were lightly pressed, which is nice, and inoculated with yeast, that 98% of the wine was surly aged for 7 to 9 months. But 98%. Like, did they really need to leave the 2% out?
I wonder why.
Or was it just left like, oops?
Whoops, we better tell everybody.
Hey, Johnny, you forgot to put that in the surly. I'm sorry, we can still use it, right? Yeah, we'll use it. Okay.
But we got to tell everybody.
Exactly.
That's what sets our wine apart.
Yeah, they have to be honest.
Could be the game changer. We don't know.
Absolutely. Surly, the lees helps to add a little bit more creaminess and mouthfeel. And then it was aged in a combination of 1-year-old French and American oak, neutral oak, and stainless steel. So we're not sure what or how much. They tell us exactly that 98% was on the lees, but they can't tell us how much was in different barrels or whatever. Anyway, we're going to move on. The last wine we're going to drink is the JAM or Jam Cellars Butter.
Those are your initials.
I know. Butter Chardonnay. I couldn't find a vintage, which is for sure a sign of quality.
Right.
When there's no year on the bottle, it's going to be good.
Oh, boy. What have you gotten us into?
I don't know. But it is a screw cap.
Okay.
So we'll
they get
give 'em
points
that.
back for that.
That's right. And it's 14.8% alcohol.
Oof. We're going to be
dead. We might be dead again. We might die again.
Oh, my goodness.
I did find a text sheet for the wine, but it wasn't super helpful. They did have the audacity to say that the appellation for the wine was California. Now, I looked it up. Technically, California is an AVA, but that's just, I feel like that's cheating because there are 139 total AVAs in California.
Holy cow.
So it's like saying California is like, for me, it's too broad. The winery says that they cold ferment the wine and age it in their unique blend of oak.
Oh.
But that's it, like unique blend. What does that mean? I don't know. Now, if you didn't know, JAM Cellars stands for John and Michelle Truchard.
Oh, okay.
They launched their label in 2008 to address the economic downturn. If you remember what was happening in that time, was the housing bubble burst, all that kind of stuff. And Napa Valley was impacted a lot. So they started this wine company. They first made Butter Chardonnay in 2010. It's now a huge wine. It's one of the best-selling wines in the U.S., and that's why we're drinking it.
Okay.
And then, interesting, you'll like this. Playing off the name of Jam, their tasting room is called Jam Cellars Wine and Music Studio, and they do have live music.
Oh, so fun.
They're also a major sponsor of Bottle Rock.
Oh,
exactly.
Interesting.
They've had really good, that's in Napa Valley, and they've had really good acts. Justin Timberlake, Krugenbin, G-Love, Ice Cube, Public Enemy, Balthus, like good bands. But that's enough information, Carmela. We need to get to drinking.
Yes.
So we got 3 wines. If you have a Chardonnay, drink along with us. If you have one of these Chardonnays, even better, tell us your tasting notes, and we will be right back.
All right.
Okay, we are back, and we are ready to try our first wine. We're going to start with the Kirkland Signature Sonoma County Chardonnay. It's from Sonoma County, California, if you couldn't tell. The vintage is 2022. It was $7.99 at Costco, 13.5% alcohol, so these are always going to be a little bit higher in alcohol. 100% Chardonnay. Wine Enthusiast gave it a 90. Reverse Wine Snob gave it a 7.5. And Vivino gave it a 3.5. But Carmela, let's look at the color.
It's nice.
Straw. I think
Yeah,
it's kind of like
it's not
straw.
as dark as sometimes you see a Chardonnay.
I fully agree.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty. It's light. It's
It doesn't,
lemony.
yeah, exactly. It's kind of lemony. It doesn't look like viscous. You know,
No.
Sometimes we see Chardonnay being a little thicker.
I think you're right.
But
No.
it's nice.
Okay, let's smell it. Ugh. Right off the bat, I get that kind of like smoky, oaky kind of.
You definitely are getting it on the nose for sure. I mean, I think there's also definitely kind of a vanilla maybe on it.
Do you get a little bit of pineapple?
I feel like there's a little bit of tropical fruit. Yeah. Pineapple, kind of like a pineapple juice, maybe. For sure. Maybe even, I mean, I am thinking it's even like there is a little bit of citrus on it.
Yeah.
And like a candied orange or.
I think that's solid. I think that's, like a candied orange peel or lemon peel.
It is a little bit, I mean, the oak is coming through. So sometimes it does
lot.
make it harder to kind of come up with what you're smelling.
Yeah, this one is almost gun smoky. It's got that like, which I don't really love to smell in a white wine. I was also getting a little bit of like peach maybe. Okay, well, let's taste it and see what we think. Okay, you're going to think I'm nerdy.
Okay.
I got a little lemon curd.
Oh, I don't think that's nerdy at all.
Like, because it's lemony. It's got some citrus on it, but the mouthfeel is creamy. So
And it's sweet. It definitely has some sweetness on it. So that's why, I think that it's not, again, if it's full, like it's definitely, this could be dinner. That would be a good idea.
I guess I don't think it's quite as full as some Chardonnays, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah. I mean, and I think, lemon curd is actually really good. Or even like we had that peach upside down cake, like something like that, or a pineapple upside down cake, something sort of candied and cakey almost.
Yes, I was going to say bready, like a sweet bread or a cake or something. I think that's really good. Are you getting butter? I don't feel like I'm particularly getting a lot of butter.
Much. I mean, there is, like you said, a little bit of creaminess, but it's not overwhelming like buttery like some Chardonnays.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, it's I am getting a little bit of that like gun smoke. Do you remember those cap guns and they had the little red strips?
I mean, kind of. I don't know if I ever used one in my whole life.
This is how old I am, but I remember, and there was that kind of taste, almost like you get the taste in your mouth of the gun smoke, and or that gunpowder, and that's
even like with fireworks, you kind of get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
getting
kinda
that on the
that.
taste, huh?
For sure. What food would you pair with this wine?
I always have a hard time with Chardonnays because they are pretty overpowering.
They are.
So you can't have anything too, in my opinion, anything too light.
I agree.
I mean, you could maybe do actually like a fish and chips, like a really solid, maybe not even beer battered, like it should be almost like a bready fish and chips,
I think you want a fishy fish. You want a fish with a strong taste.
Okay.
You don't want a light fish. You want so fish and chips. I totally agree with.
Yeah.
But I think you want a fishy fish.
Right.
Like, would you have salmon?
I would, for sure.
Like a cedar plank salmon.
Yeah, I think you could definitely have salmon. I also think like shrimp would be really good with this. I guess shrimp scampi.
Yeah, I'm thinking like creamy sauces,
Yes.
like seafood creamy sauces,
little buttery sauce as well.
Yes, and yes, I agree. And like linguine and clams, you could probably do that. Like a richer.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see having fish with this wine. Would you have something else with it?
Like I think a white pizza. I think you could do a pizza bianco.
Yeah.
You could do with this. Something cheesy. I think you could do something.
Charcuterie would work too. Don't you think?
For sure.
I mean, like a cheese board, I guess I should say more. Yeah.
I'm thinking like, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but like garlic pizza dough.
Ooh.
Like garlic and bread.
Pull of bread.
Yeah, like garlic bread. I'm thinking
Garlic
garlicky.
bread would be really good. Yeah, garlicky would be. You know what else would be really good? Actually,
Tell me.
is like a spicy mac and cheese.
Okay, with
I don't know why.
lobster.
Lobster. Ooh, that sounds so good.
Lobster mac and cheese
Lobster
would work.
mac and cheese would be good.
With or without this would probably be good.
Right, exactly. That just in general sounds really good. Yeah.
I agree with you. I think Chardonnay is hard to pair because it just lacks acidity and it's so big. Although this one has more acid than I think a lot of times an oaky Chardonnay does because of that lemoniness.
Right.
Okay, let's rate this and by the way, Angela and Heber, they like our 10-point rating scale. They said it makes a lot of sense to them.
It helps. That's good to know.
Yeah. So as a reminder on our rating scale, we rate on a scale of 1 to 10. We don't give half points. They actually said they use this as well. 7 and above means they'd buy it. 4 below means it's going to go down the sink. 5 or a 6 means it's good. Like, we'll drink it. We're not going to, if you serve it to us, we're fine. But we're just not going to buy it. So Carmela, what rating would you give this wine?
So you know what? I'm always down with Kirkland, in a good way. Like I'm loyal to Costco. Mm-hmm. And so I would give this a 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 because, not that I want to see what the other ones are like, but I think the price point's always good. And I'd feel comfortable serving this to the people, our friends who like Chardonnay, and I think I would enjoy it as well. So I think I'll give it a 7.
I like that. I'm glad that you did that. I'm going to give it a 5.
You're really not interested in this guy.
Well, I don't think it's bad. It's not the style of wine that I love.
No.
But I would drink it. Like, if I'm someplace and you're serving this wine, I'm not going to get mad about it. I'm not going to pour it down the sink. I'm not going to ooh, this is crummy.
But in terms of Chardonnays, this is not hitting.
And what do you mean?
Well, like, even as a Chardonnay, when you don't like Chardonnay very much, this one, though, is not going to be at the top of your list for a Chardonnay.
Okay, this is what I'd say. I don't like oaky Chardonnays. It's just very rare that I like an oaky Chardonnay. This one is lighter in oakiness than usual. So I would very rarely buy an oaky Chardonnay, but I would drink this.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I'd drink it.
Okay, I get it.
So I'm going to give it a 5. I think it's fine. It's fine. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, you don't have to feel bad.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
Of course.
It's super nice.
Anytime.
Okay. We're going to take a break and we're going to try our next one. Okay, we're back and we're ready to try our second wine. This is the Chateau Saint Michel Indian Wells Chardonnay. It's from Columbia Valley, Washington, 2022 vintage. $10.89 at Costco, 14% alcohol, so they keep going up a little bit in alcohol. This one is the one that's 99% Chardonnay and 1% Muscat. Wine Enthusiast gave it an 88, and Vivino gave it a 3.8. But what's the color, Carmela?
Pretty, actually, maybe a touch darker.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's more, to me, this is almost, caramel's not like honey. It's more like honey.
Yeah.
Kind of honey color.
Yeah, it's definitely darker.
For sure.
Nice, though.
Yeah, it's pretty. But and are you seeing viscosity? I'm not seeing viscosity again.
No, again, it doesn't look as thick as some Chardonnays. You're not it has a look of Chardonnay, but yeah, just not as viscous.
Thick, yeah. What are you smelling?
It's a little different for sure. I think it's kind of like a creamsicle, like an orange cream, or the ice cream that had the orange and the white, the little cups.
Oh, the sherbet.
Oh my gosh, the sherbet.
This is, I agree, it's orangey, it's citrusy. I was thinking like it's in my head because I read about it, but they said they added that muscat for some aromas. It's a pleasant aroma.
Yeah. It doesn't have that gunpowder you were talking about at all. Yeah.
It's fruity. It's
kind of floral, too.
Floral, fruity, apple-y.
Like the white flowers they talk about.
But I'm like apple or pear. There's something else on it. Spicy almost, like something spicy.
Like heat spicy, not like baking spices?
No, more like baking spices.
Okay. I'm trying to get
like a pie filling or something, like an apple pie filling with that little cinnamon in it.
And nutmeg.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's
You think
very
you're getting a
nice.
little of
Yeah,
that?
I think so.
Okay. Well, let's try it and see what we think.
Okay.
Definitely got like spiciness.
And some tang. Like there is some citrus on this too. Not what you're
Orangey.
expecting.
I think it's orangey.
It is kind of orangey.
It's not as sweet, I don't think. Am I wrong? I don't know.
No, I don't think so either. It smells. It has a nicer, more fragrant smell than the first one. I don't know if it's quite as sweet though.
I don't think it is. I think it's pretty pleasant. It's nice. You don't like it as much?
No,
or?
I do. They're pretty different. So I'm kind of having a hard time. Like this doesn't there is some oak on it for sure, but it's not like slapping you in the face. Like
No,
you say punching you in the face.
No. It has tannin. It has some like, I don't know how to describe it, like steel, almost like steel on the end. Like licking, you get those aluminum water bottles and it's kind of like, you get a little bit of that metally kind of taste on it. But it's round, like it's a round flavor. It's kind of appley, kind of orange, kind of
It's
flavor.
alcohol-y too, isn't it? Is this
It's
one a high?
14. It's 14.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can taste the alcohol a bit more.
Okay. What food would you have with this one?
Well, I think you're kind of going down the same road with it. I think you can do some heavy cheese dishes.
Cheese would be good.
Yeah, like even like a brie, like even like a mild cheese, like a brie would be really nice, like a wrapped brie.
Cheese and nuts. Agree.
Sure. Right when I was saying the brie, I was thinking of like sprinkled almond or walnuts on top.
Mm-hmm. You know what else I'm thinking? This feels like a little desserty to me. You know, sometimes you have nuts and fruit after and cheese after the meal.
This would be nice.
I kind of feel like a little bit of that. Or
Yeah.
almost like you could have this with a little like spice cake or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I almost
a
feel
little
this is-
desserty, you say?
Yeah, I feel like this is better with sweeter foods or appetizery foods than really savory foods.
Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes that's how Chardonnays, how I think of having them.
But
I don't think of having it with dinner.
No, I agree. Did you find this one like buttery or anything like that?
You know, I'm not finding that too much.
I'm not
in
either.
this one. More
not
in the
either.
first one.
I agree.
Yeah, they're not striking. Neither of them are striking me as like totally Chardonnay style.
I agree with you.
Yeah, interesting. Or maybe we're just warming up to Chardonnay.
Could be.
Maybe.
Okay, well let's rate this wine. Let's see what we think about
Okay,
it.
what do you give the rating
Okay.
first? How about that?
I'm a 6. I'm
Okay,
not
you like
quite
it more than-
Well, okay, so when we were on the break, in between, Carmela did say that she was thinking that the first one, she was rating on a 7 for a Chardonnay. So it was a little
Yeah,
bit...
that's
No,
tough.
it's fine. It's fine. But it's a little bit nuanced, that
Mm-hmm.
rating. So I think if I were to buy a buttery or like this style of Chardonnay, I would buy this one, but I just wouldn't buy it normally.
Right. Well, right.
So I'm
If
giving...
we're having
that's
a
why
house party, though, we still wouldn't buy it. But if we're having,
I think if we were knowing that Chardonnay people were coming over,
would you buy it then?
for sure.
Which one?
Actually, probably the first one because it's a little bit more Chardonnay-y.
And it's Costco.
Costco.
No.
But I like this wine. So this one's I rate this one a little bit higher than the Costco one. I'm giving it a 6. What would you give it?
Well, now I'm kind of torn. Like I'm kind of actually enjoying this second one a little bit more than the first one. I'm going to give this one a 7 as well,
Okay,
though, because
good.
I'm just thinking that's where I'm at.
All right. Be consistent. I like it. All right. We're going to take a break and try our last wine. Okay, we're back. We're ready to try our third wine. This is the Jam Cellars Butter Chardonnay. It's from California. It's just California.
Right.
No vintage, which again, sure sign of quality. $13.79 at Costco. 14.8% alcohol.
Woo!
I know, 100% Chardonnay as far as we can tell. No professional rating, but Vivino gave it a 3.8. But let's talk about the color.
Ooh, I think it kind of reminds me of the first one.
A little bit more.
I don't know.
I feel like this one's more golden. I would call this like
Well,
a
you just have
golden yellow.
all the descripers tonight for the color.
Honey,
Golden, lemon. What else did you say?
It came across me as gold. I don't know.
Wow, I think you're into the Chardonnay color.
I kind of like them.
Okay.
What color would you come up with?
I don't have a color.
Okay. This one is more viscous
I have
to me.
pressure. Yes, maybe. It does. Almost sticking to the glass a little bit, huh?
For sure. Yep.
And you brought these all out at the same time.
I did. So this has been out for the longest time.
Okay. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, which means it'll have more aroma.
Flavor.
Okay, well, let's taste it. No, did we smell it? Let's smell it.
So it's smelling a lot like the first one to me. I'm getting that bit of gun smoke that you were talking about, gunpowder. Now that's in my brain, I think.
It's stronger even on this one. Wood, vanilla, gun smoke. Not a lot of spice. I'm getting spice, but not a lot of fruit. Like I'm getting a Fig Newton kind of spice.
Ooh, yes. Fig Newton, like the jam, the fig, like a real fig with a cracker, like on a cracker.
Yeah. And like a little blue cheese with it wouldn't go so bad, huh?
Ooh, it'd be really nice, actually.
It's spicy to me. It's like apple cidery kind of spice.
It feels very fall.
It does. It does. It smells fall. Okay, well, let's try it. I don't think there's a ton of fruit. I mean, there's some sweetness on it, but it's kind of interesting.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You don't like it so much.
Well,
It's a lot.
It is buttery. It says butter on it.
It's tart.
Oh, you're getting more tart. I'm getting kind of like it's a lot.
My tongue is covered. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm loving it. It's just almost like, you know what? It's like Oh, I can't even It's almost like a soda pop. It's so sweet to me.
Super sweet.
Yeah.
It's also just like coating. It's like, I feel like my tongue is dirty.
Or like,
dirty bird.
Whoa. Or it's almost like, the juices you'd get in those little round, like the apple juice you'd get. It's kind of thick. And you're almost like, ooh, yeah, when you first take a sip. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
This has that same texture or thickness about it. And that after a sip or two, it's just too much.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's kind of unctuous. It doesn't take, it's not super, it's not quenching. It's not even like cocktaily because I feel like my mouth is like filmy.
And it's also like there's nothing, there's like with lots of wines, there's like kind of a beginning, middle, and end. The end is just so like, it just drops off. Do you think?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but I'm not getting a lot of like, there's not complexity in this wine. It's just sort of like wine.
It's one note. It's one note and it's not a great note.
No.
It's a little off key. Yeah. So what food would you have with this?
I think you want to eat something with it. Crackers.
I mean,
potato chips.
Yeah, I think you want something like Takis spicy chips or something.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of making my gut burn a little bit.
Oh, no.
Kind of like not making me a little bit nauseous.
Oh, no.
It's just not very good.
This is our third wine, though, guys.
I know, but it's like, and it's almost 15% alcohol. I think that's also why I'm feeling
it's
like
hot. It's kind of
burnt.
hot coming down the esophagus, which I don't think is a good sign.
No, I feel like it's one of those things that like we're going to be in bed tonight and we're going to be like, are you feeling that?
Did you drink the butter?
Whoa.
Stay away from the butter.
Yeah, it's kind of bothering me now.
Oh, no. You kind of look a little green, too.
Yeah,
or
I might
golden.
be dying again 2 weeks in a row.
You look a little golden like the wine.
Oh, I don't want to be golden. I don't know why.
Huh.
Anyway, I don't know. What rating?
What else are you we're not talking about food again?
I don't like
I'm just not sure I would make
like
it to
dry shoe.
Whoa. That's what I'm saying. Something like salty, like you said, spicy, something. Anyway, yeah. I'm not sure it's going to get to the table for me.
No. It's not.
Unfortunately.
It's not. What rating are you going to give it?
I'm not really sure I would want to finish this. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like, what came into my head was a 4.
Yeah, I'm a solid 4.
Oh,
I'm totally with you.
okay.
I'm a solid 4. I don't think it's not so bad. Like but it is hurting my stomach.
It feels very alcohol-y, burning.
Yeah, it's not
like rubbing alcohol-y.
It's not a pleasant feeling.
Oof.
I'm not happy.
I'm sorry.
And I'm actually feel like I'm being generous and giving it a 4. Which of these are you finishing tonight?
Well, I do think we both liked the Saint Michel one.
I knew we would.
Yeah. I mean, I really...
Costco's not bad.
No, I think like if you're shopping at Costco for a large group, that's a great bottle to get for your Chardonnay lovers.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you're having a dinner party with Chardonnay lovers, the Saint Michel.
I agree. Or I think either would be fine.
Yeah.
I'll just say what I'm going to really be drinking. So that's the one I would finish tonight is the Chateau Saint Michel. What I'm really drinking tonight is a Pinot Noir.
I was going to say you're going to be, I figured you'd be going back to the cellar.
Yeah. This is
or the closet.
Not my cup of tea. Okay, let's talk about the taste profiles expected from Kirkland Signature Sonoma County Chardonnay. In general, oaked Chardonnay, aromas of peach, mango, lemon, vanilla, and butter, sometimes nuttiness or toasted bread. We were getting a little bit of that. On the palate, full body, creamy mouthfeel, moderate acidity, flavors of butter, vanilla, and baking spices.
Okay, yeah.
Stone fruit, apple, citrus. So we were getting a lot of that.
Yeah.
Kirkland wine enthusiast said this wine is juicy, concentrated, yet surprisingly dry, with tropical notes of pineapple, papaya, white nectarine drifting into fresh stone fruit, hints of florals, I think you were saying that, baking spice, and finishing with dry lemon zest and vanilla creme brulee.
Okay.
Reverse Wine Snob says, opens with pleasing aromas of apples, citrus, and a touch of toasty oak. Bitterness on the nose. The wine is filled with sweet apple and citrus along with little tart tropical fruit, touch of butter. It's restrained. Chateau Saint Michel. The winery says specially selected and carefully aged our Indian Wells Chardonnay balances tropical fruit and creamy butterscotch flavors with a hint of toasted oak. Wine enthusiast says, so creamy, its butter toffee flavor seems redundant. The wine's oak spice and pineapple aromas lead to that toffee flavor as well as flavors of lemon sorbet and a sprig of mint.
Okay.
Weren't you getting an ice cream on one of them?
Well, I was getting like a sherbet. Remember like
sherbet? Was it on this one?
It was on this. It might have been. Let me see. On the San Michelle.
Okay. It says fans of Chardonnay on the big and rich side need to track a bottle of this wine down. I don't think it was super big and rich. No. I think it was very pleasant. Yeah. Nice. Jam Cellars. The winery says butter brims with stone fruit and baked lemon notes and has a lovely long vanilla finish.
Oh.
And Bricks 26 Degrees says a rich buttery style of Chardonnay laced with aromas of baked lemons and mandarin oranges mingle with hint of spice and smoke. The palate begins with crisp pineapple. Nothing was crisp about it.
I think they're making all this up.
I agree. Bright citrus and ripe melon.
Huh.
With a soft creaminess. There was nothing soft.
It has everything.
Yeah, there's nothing really soft about it. Forget it. They're lying.
Wow.
Okay, Carmela, what's your verdict on American Chardonnay?
Well, if you're a Chardonnay lover, we got a couple good ones, I think, And actually, a Chardonnay lover it's good for you guys to think about what we like, because if you like a Chardonnay and you know how we rated it, you might really like these.
Yeah, or if you have friends that don't really love Chardonnay and you do, like maybe you can find some compromise bottles here that you can both enjoy. Are we done with it though? Like, are we doing it again?
Another Chardonnay challenge?
No, I mean,
Am I good? Am I converted to Chardonnay?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm not going to order this in a restaurant.
Fair enough.
And together we will probably not pop open a bottle.
And never. Almost never. Yeah. Chablis, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Chardonnay, not so much.
Yeah.
Okay, Carmela, it's time for us to go. But before we do, we want to thank you very much for listening to us. And if you haven't had a chance to do so yet, now is the perfect time to follow us or subscribe to our podcast. Also, a great time to leave us a nice rating and review on our website or Apple Podcasts. It's a free way to support us and help us grow. We'd love to hear from you. So reach out to us on joe@thewinepairpodcast.com or DM us on Instagram, or reach out to us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com. And we love to hear from you. We always respond. But with that, we're going to sign off. So thank you once again. We'll see you next time. And like we say, life is short, so stop drinking shitty wine. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And the happy ending